three battles in URL, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is it like? Because you said you didn't know who you were yet, and you also didn't really know what to expect process-wise. So now you in PG. Norbs has directed you to the PG. What's that like? What's the transition like? Like, how do you handle that? Because URL is like follow the yellow brick road, but then when you get there, the wizard ain't the wizard. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I know everybody had their own experiences, and I try to like even with the army, right? You could have two guys come from the same hood, join the army, and go through the same process and go through the same boot camp, and they each will come out differently.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I'm a firm believer of personal perception and individuality.
When I say the wizard ain't the wizard, I don't mean it has to be negative either.
Yeah, no,
it's just you don't know till you over there. Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But this is, basically, I'm not speaking for everybody.
Right.
I didn't really have a relationship with Norbs or any of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just meeting all of our favorite battle rappers too, at the same
through,
time. Right?
Meeting people as you go.
And he booked 3 battles for me on the PGs and whatnot. But at the same time, it's not like I'm having conversations with him to get to know who he is. He just hit me up,
business.
Yo, boom.
Mm-hmm.
So even then, like I just there was a lot of things in the business side that I didn't know. Like outside of doing the PGs and going to a smaller league, how much do you charge?
Right.
Things like that. Like,
that's what I would think would be a problem first and foremost. How do I handle business now that I'm associated with y'all?
Yeah, and then the finances of this shit is always like the best kept secret. Nobody talk, and if they do, it's like Luck saying, "Yeah, I get 50,000 a battle," or or Mook
saying they ain't gotta pay me 60.
Yeah, 450,000 a battle and things like. I don't know if that's true or not.
I got a percentage of the pay per view. I got a percentage of the company. Like niggas say all type of shit now.
Yeah, and then you start doing all these extra equations in your head, like, all right, if this is many views. And then he gets 450,000.
Yeah, that's 1,200.
That's $32 a view. Is that what that is?
That 1,200 look real weird to you. You like, hold up, man.
Yeah.
That
500 even sometimes. Like,
500 look crazy.
Because you also go from when you was battling in the streets and in the jails, not getting paid a dime,
nothing,
to actually getting 500, 1,200,
and getting immediate gratification, feeling like you probably making progress and you building towards something to where you could argue for 30.
Comments, sometimes those positive comments could do something to you where you just like, oh yeah,
absolutely.
And I hadn't received none of that prior to that, so I was really trying to figure it out myself. But then you start realizing that there's a lot of people in this industry and in this world that would do anything to get that spot.
Yeah.
Even if it
and you walking past them in line and they like, who is the light skin boy? I'm telling you, like,
and then you kind of start to lose focus. And you like, yo, the real reason I got into this shit was to just see
get my shit off
and see if I could, hang with the best of them. And then you start shifting from that to the politics. You start, people not mentioning you in blogs or lists or things, but you like. You go through that emotional roller coaster. It's like, I'm not getting the gratification I should be getting from the people you think it matters, right?
But you're in limbo, though, because you go from something that's a hobby to something that could be a decent hustle to something that, if you handle it right, could possibly be a career. Because what's a career? Something you do for 5 to 10 years? Like, it ain't always about retiring from that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
It depends on what a career means to you, because
if you compare it to sports,
and now to this point, to be real, it's more like a paid hobby for me now,
and that's cool.
And even when
which makes it similar to a hustle,
your side hustle type situation, But I mean, going through that, all I'm saying is like it was kind of an emotional roller coaster. It was like just fighting for what I love to do, and battling the motherfuckers that don't want to see you shine. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just kind of.
Who do you bounce that off of? You don't have conversations with Norbs, and at that point, you really can't probably trust him in a business sense.
I only brought it up because I got to a point where I didn't trust nobody.
So there's nobody to talk to about it.
Because I didn't see motherfuckers argue to stand in front of the camera. Like,
yeah.
I was standing here first, man. I was standing here, man.
Yeah.
And they not even battling.
I was at a battle yesterday. Shout out to C Cash. We was in New York yesterday.
Shout out to C Cash, my man.
He was in New York yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, I fuck with him.
But I see it.
Yeah, and I forgot where I was going.
You talking about you seeing people just volleying for spots to be on the camera, so you don't know how to handle that shit.
Yeah, so to me they're unapproachable. Well, I don't approach them. I just choose not to have conversations with people because I assume that a lot of people in this world were wrestlers or like in a sense, right?
So you chose the path of least resistance.
Yeah. Now I'm just more focused on bars, like and then not realizing. Shout out to Wing the Truth, one of the RBE partners over there. She has this idea where it should be.
Oh, that's Wing whole name.
Yeah, Wing the Truth.
I hear niggas say Wing all the time.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
_ the breakdown on Instagram. That's it for Instagram.
That name is a paragraph. Word.
She kind of set a standard for those guys coming up under their process, and where it's 70% promotion and marketing and 30% raps. Even though I kind of argue with it, I'm like, well, it should be 70%. It should be more bars over everything. That's what I feel.
But that's also how we feel about the rap business. But it's business over rap. Yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot what I was going at.
No, but see, I keep cutting you off. That's my fault. But no, you was talking towards you didn't trust anybody at the time, and then Wing set the precedent to look at it from a different. Different from when you thought it was just focused on your bars, because now promo is a big motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
But everybody can't promo, and everybody isn't necessarily marketable. There's more people marketable in battle rap that wouldn't be mainstream marketable, so to speak.
Yeah.
But it's not everybody's personality. It's not. A lot of people have real jobs and 8 kids. Like it's a lot that go into 70% promo. Like that's kind of like.
Well, I'm a guy that's going to really say bars over everything. And if you ain't got
you from Philly,
then what are you gonna market? If you ain't got what's the promo behind?
But how do you find your promo angle? Because it's people, you got Goodies, you got all type of people, Verbs, all type of people that promo differently.
Yeah, it's a lot of different blueprints already out here that we could follow. But I ain't never really been the boy to follow like the trend of styles, characters. I've really tried to find my own character. I troll every now and then, like when I jump on the Twitter Spaces and those guys.
I'm about to say it got to be on Twitter because I follow you on the gram.
Yeah, Twitter, because that's like the marketing behind RBE and the bricks and the intakes and what they got going on is
shout out ARP.
Solely on not solely but predominantly on Spaces, on Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, that became a big thing.
Yeah, and they kind of use that to judge your marketing as well. So if you're not really involved,
so they tell you go in there and start an argument with somebody, see if you could drum up some traction.
I never really had that conversation with nobody, but if you go in there, they just start
like
going in on
everybody's in there trying to pick a battle.
Yeah, and then everybody trying to want your spot too.
If
you a brick or whatever, you representing for the bricks. That's kind of solidified contractors on RBE, and you're an intake, which is like a rookie trying to come into the process and become a brick. And I'm gonna be on Spaces all day, like, Prophet, you don't get your nut ass the fuck out of here. What? Hold on, let me request a microphone and shit. And you start fighting back and things like that. And but I nobody ever really told me, yo, go start it. I would never even do that. You know what I'm saying? I've been offered like all kind of shit to do, and I'm just like,
is Caution the biggest voice for the bricks?
Lady Caution, not Lady Caution.
The Caution,
shout out to Lady Caution.
Other Caution with a K. Caution. Yeah.
I guess
I feel like she screamed that brick shit more than everybody.
All of them really do. Listen,
and shout out to my guy Jers, that's RBE and all that.
Yeah, shout out to Jers.
But Caution be yelling that brick shit like
she's definitely
like she got a new gang.
Brand. Yeah.
I like her for that, and she get busy.
No,
she get busy. She get busy.
I like it because sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. It is what it is. But I like her and a couple other people because they really hold that shit down, that brand.
Yeah, it means they make it mean something to the people.
Throwing bricks at you together. Like if somebody tweet about them the wrong way, the whole gang jumping on you. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. I also like the toxic shit too. So I jump on there just to get my shit off. Like, fuck out of it, you can't see me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, but I even talk about that on the journey with my man Link 215.
But you got enough sense to know that I'm yelling through a phone, so let's keep it in perspective. I'm not going to say nothing on here that I wouldn't say if I figured I would see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be the thing.
Motherfuckers get carried away. They start yelling at their phone. They forget there's people on the other side of that joint. Like, you tripping, homie.
We talking about bars and performances.
Yeah,
anyway,
we ain't got no real problems.
The trolling you really do just be geared around bars and performance.
Absolutely.
Some people just start throwing the SMDs around and
all that. Yo, them joints fly through battle rap.
Yeah, you got it. But you know what I notice, people in this world, they respect disrespect. You know what I'm saying?